Hello everyone, today I want to show you how to change the CPU fan speed according to the water coolant temperature or the CPU temperature in the Cosair water cooler. This is the updated version of my previous video and it's now in 2023. So what you have to do first is to go to the Cosair website and go to the iCue website and click download iCue for the latest software. After you download the iCue, get into the home page and in the right hand corner press the iCue settings and then go to updates and ensure that your software and also the firmware of your water cooler is up to date by clicking check for updates. Currently the version is 4.32 of my software and 1.01 of my cooler in this video. And go back to the home page by clicking the home button here and then press the cooling button right here. After you get into the cooling button, you will see the fan number 1, fan number 2, which is the CPU fan, the pump, and then the water coolant temperature. You can also see on the left bottom corner that you can choose the cooling presets, which is quiet, balance, extreme, and 0 RPM. To set your own fan curve, press the yellow button here, and then you can choose fix the percentage of the fan, fix the RPM of the fan, or custom fan curve. When you press the custom fan curve, a fan curve will occur here. This dot can be dragged according to different temperature on the x-axis and different percentage of the power of the fan on the y-axis. There's also the sensor option you can choose. In this case, you have the CPU temperature, GPU temperature, the motherboard temperature, or the water coolant temperature. Because this is a CPU water cooler, so of course, a water coolant temperature or the CPU temperature will be the temperature that is best to choose as a sensor. Let us choose water coolant temperature at the moment. After you press the water coolant temperature, you can see a temperature next to the sensor which indicates the current temperature of the sensor. This temperature can also be reflected by the yellow line on the curve. In the right bottom corner, you can also see some kind of presets that you can set here. Custom, quiet, balance, and extreme. The balance, quiet, and extreme is indeed the cooling preset that you can see here. Let's choose a balance curve for example, and then we can change according to our own preference. Now if you don't want to use water coolant as a temperature sensor and you want to use the CPU as a temperature sensor, choose CPU here. And then you will now change the sensor as a CPU. The temperature is now 35 degrees. Of course, this fan curve is originally designed for the water cooler, so you need to have a fan curve that is designed for CPU if you choose the CPU sensor. So I would recommend you to actually change your curve to something like this. And of course, it can be adjusted according to your own preference. So which one is better, using the CPU temperature or the water coolant temperature? I would say that if you use the CPU temperature, you can see the CPU temperature is indeed now 35 degrees and it actually varies a lot and is quite sensitive towards the workload. The range could be from 30 degree to 80 degree depending on the workload. And sometimes with a very sudden and short period of a heavy workload, the CPU temperature can drive towards the very high temperature in a very short period of time. So if it happens, then even though you have a reasonable fan curve for the CPU, it will suddenly increase the fan speed, which someone will actually feel that it is quite a little bit annoying in that time. Now by choosing the water coolant temperature, the range of the water coolant is indeed a little bit narrower, from about 25 degree to 40 degree, and it's also not that sensitive towards that sort of sudden heavy workload. In theory, when the temperature of the CPU rises and it accumulates in the CPU, then the water coolant temperature will absorb the heat and then drive towards the heatsink and release the heat. So in any way, you use the CPU temperature and you use the water coolant temperature, it can also effectively draw the heat from your CPU. But just the fact that the advantages of using the water coolant temperature is it will not be that sensitive towards those sudden workload. After you have set the optimum fan curve according to your sensor, you need to apply the profile towards the fan. So how you can apply the profile is to go to the fan here and then choose the profile that you have just set. You don't need to press any save button. When you click the profile, it will apply automatically and immediately. You can apply the profile for the fan, but you can't apply the profile for your pump. But in general, the balance option for the pump will be good enough for you to use. If you find this video useful, leave me a thumbs up and leave in the comment section below that you like this video. If you have any idea according to the fan speed or fan curve, you're also welcome to write in the comment section below, and let's discuss it together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.